3, 4. You say you stand by your man. You tell me something I don't understand. You said you love me, and that's a fact. And then you left me. Said
The depth of your chuck jaws are approximately 20 millimeters. So what we're going to do, we're going to mark about approximately 19 inches, and we're going to use a thin parting tool, and we're going to take it, if you remember in the last video, its optimum grip when it's totally round is when there's a 3 millimeter gap there. And if you've got a 3 millimeter gap there, that is the most optimum size. So what we need to do is take that down to that diameter. And the easiest way to do it is put that on there, turn it to that point there, and it'll be about 42 millimeters. But what you've got to also remember is that we're going to make this a dovetail so that it fits into the chuck and it's got that little bit of resistance to come back out again. So what we'll do, we will swap the Spindle rough and gouge for a thin parting tool. Right, we've got the thin parting tool, and when I'm using a parting tool, I prefer the tool rest about 2 inches away. And what we're going to do, all we're going to do is take that down until, now you can, when you're using a parting tool, you can put it straight in at that angle, but it will start to tear the end grain. So what I find best to do, if you put it at that angle and just take it down, and that will cut it rather than, it will cut through the grain rather than tear it out. Right, once you've done that, we've got the wide parting tool, and we're just going to take that down, and really what we want is that to be a dovetail. Now you can put that on, but I prefer to turn it off. But right, we just want that little touch more off. So with the thin parting tool again, as I said, just have it the end of the chisel turned down, and just take the slightest little bit off, then back with your wide parting tool and just take that off. But remember, we're trying to make this piece of wood a dovetail. Right, we've got the chuck back in, and just to see, this is what works best for me, just to see, have it slack, and then what we need to do is bring the tailstock up so that it goes back into the centre hole, and all you're doing then, you're just aligning it back up. Once that's in, then you can tighten this up now. Now, as I said, it's the chuck is at its optimum grip when this gap is about 3 millimeters. So that's nice and secure now. We've got that in, and we can just do whatever we want with it. I'll just start the lathe up again and you'll see what I was on about. Just turn it down. You can rub your finger along. It's good. It's a little bit out this side, but you just run along now. Take its final course, the final little bit off to make it round again, and then we're good to go. So all we do to achieve that is it's going nice and straight. All we're going to do now, we're going to get the spindle rough and gouge, move that chisel out the way, and what we're going to do is just do a little final cut just to get it all trued up. It's trued up there. And that is absolutely fine. My next video, I'm going to show you how to do to glue a chucking point onto a blank, so that we can do it that way. So what we're going to do is do exactly the same to this end as what we've just done that end, and that's how we make a chucking point for gluing up. So all we're going to do, we're going to repeat what we did on that end here. So we're going to mark off approximately 20 millimeters. As I said before, put your parting tool on, but don't put it straight in as if you were going to part it. Put it to us, down a bit, and you'll find it'll be a better cut. We use the wide parting tool now, exactly the same. Just have it, take a little bit off. See how far we need to go down. Need a little bit touch more off. Right. Close the tool rest up to it. And all I'm going to do is just put the skew chisel to make the dovetail. When you're using the skew as a scraper or to cut into it that way, make sure that you are right on centre. So push that in, and the natural shape of the skew will turn it into a dovetail. Right, and that's it. What I'm going to do now is just make this this glued chucking point, and what we're going to do, we're going to make it approximately, say, 2 inches long. So we'll go there and we'll just put a quick mark on it, and all we're going to do now is part it off. So have the tool rest about 2 inches away. The thin parting tool, and we can put it in at a 90-degree angle, and the reason I say that is I don't mind it cutting me the grain. Take it straight in, and what I'm going to have to do now is just make it a little bit with the wide parting tool, because it was starting to smoke there. I think I was trying to talk at the same time. So, put the wide one on it. Right. Now that the thin parting tool's cooled down a little bit, put that back in. Now I could have took that straight through, but what I find it's safer to do, we've got about 1/4 of an inch. I'm just going to cut that off now. And just with your saw, just make a cut. And that's it. Excuse my head there. Right. What I also forgot to tell you there was, when you've got that running through, I always make a mark between at number 1. So I have that at number 1, and then all I do is I put a slight mark on there, and then you know when you re-chucking it, that you'll always get it in the right point. So what we're going to do now, we are going to, for the next video, we will use that as a chucking point on a blank. Well, I hope you got a little bit out of that. It just gives you a little bit of insight into using a spindle rough and gouge. I also use the parting tool and making a dovetail for a chucking point. What I'm going to do next, on my next video, I will show you how to use that as a chucking point to make or to put onto a blank, and it saves putting the worm screw into it. I find that one the best way, so that's something for the next video. Anyway, if you've got any suggestions or what you would like me to do, I've got a couple of more things in the pipeline in my mind here, what I'm going to do, but for the beginner, so what we'll do, we'll call it a day for the spindle rough and gouge. If you've got any questions on that, just drop them in the comments below. If you like, this is only the 3rd video now, because I done the part 1 and part 2 of the bowl. So the 3rd part what I've done, or sorry, the 3rd video would be the rough and gouge, and I'm going to expand on different tools as we go on to it. The next one is definitely the glue chucking point, which I prefer and I use a lot of it, so we'll do that one. Anyway, if you enjoy watching what I'm doing at the moment, please give me the thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and what I'll do, I will catch up with you on the next video. Thanks for watching now. Bye.